Hi Scorpios, welcome to Barefoot Mama Intuitive Reading. This is Barefoot Mama. This is your reading for whenever you come across it. I was shuffling through the Mystical Shaman Oracle and a couple of cards came out that I thought pertained to the reading, so I just started the recording now. You might hear my washer and dryer in the background. Sorry about the noise. Thanks for being here. Hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving. Something that's been standing out to me, and the reason I wanted to start this reading with the cards that showed up during the shuffle, was the element of water. This is our element, right? And we're in the fiery season of Sagittarius right now. But in the last couple of days, I've been getting these rainbows that are showing up in this water here. I've been seeing them like in the clouds, despite the fact there's no rain or anything, just these little spherical rainbows in the clouds. Which indicate to me good omens and promises of better beginnings from personal experiences that brought me to better beginnings. We also have the Sweat Lodge reverse, which talks about, I think, the need to go inward and to commune with the spirits. And then we have the lower world, which can also talk about communion with spirits. So I'm interested to see what these cards say and to get more into your reading. The element of water as well. Water has memory. And I saw something on social media today. I think it was Instagram. It was a lady saying, what if water was God? And then somebody else commenting, oh, then it would be within you and without. It would be above and below. And basically quoting what God is from the Bible and how appropriate that is for water. Water also has a memory and responds to vibration and speech. So if you read, I think the first couple lines of Genesis, he spoke over the waters and it was good. I don't know, something about water standing out here. So let's get into it. I'm excited. Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Okay. Archangel Michael, please protect this reading. Sever any energetic cords attached to energies or entities no longer serving our highest good. Send them on to the next greatest plane of existence to finish out their karma there. Kali, please also help to sever these energetic cords. Mother Mary, please bring compassion to these messages. Burn any of the karma sticks associated with these cords or connections in the alchemical flame of Saint Germain. Amen, amen, so mote it be. All right, so we have Horus. You are seeing this situation accurately with the Eye of Horus. Horus was the son of Isis and Osiris. Osiris died. He was murdered by, I think, Isis's sister, and all of his pieces were recovered except for his member, which was swallowed by a fish. So he couldn't become whole or reincarnated. And Isis was cast out of Egypt to become to be in exile with Horus, which is kind of like the Moses story. I don't know why that's standing out. Anyway, she's protected by 7 scorpions from the scorpion woman. And there's a story that I've relayed quite a few times on this channel where she goes door to door begging in her human form, and she knocks upon the door of a rich woman who has a young son and turns her out based on her appearance. And then Isis goes to the door of a poor woman who has barely anything to share. The poor woman shares with her, and all the scorpions that are protecting Isis and Horus band together to create one super venomous scorpion that goes and stings the son of the very rich woman in the middle of the night. And everybody awakes in the village to hear the screaming of this woman who realizes her son's been poisoned. So Isis comes out of the poor woman's house and whispers an incantation over the young boy who's been stung and saves his life. And the rich woman sees her as Isis, the embodiment of the deity mother, and begs her forgiveness. So that's standing out, especially because it's a story about the role of the scorpion in mending the mother wound, as well as in transmitting medicine through sometimes very difficult lessons. Things aren't usually what they appear when the scorpion shows up. You can see through the bullshit. Water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from former self to new self. Many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after a deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as form has separated itself from water, it comes under the laws of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. Interesting. When water arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions. Know they are going to be changeable and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. Natural flow is here. Go with it. I like that. I like here that the Eye of Horus is like on top of this, the waters as well. I saw two hawks this morning sitting on a telephone pole or a telephone wire, and I don't always see them. And I don't think they were red tail hawks, which are the norm around here. I think they were ferruginous hawks or falcons. They had spotted bellies. It was really cool. Okay, let's read the Sweat Lodge reverse, number 54. Your birthday might be the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or 9th, or you might be seeing numbers in sequence 1 through 6. I'm a little bit stuffy. Excuse my stuffiness. All right, the Sweat Lodge represents the womb of mother. Yeah, we talked about the mother wound. Volcanic stones are heated in a fire outside, then brought into the lodge and placed in a shallow hole in the center. Participants sit in complete darkness around the red hot stones to sweat away old habits and beliefs and heal disease. When you return humbly to the womb of the mother, you are offered second chances. Life is offering you a second chance. Take it, since this chance may not come your way again for a while. Mother Earth is calling you into her womb and inviting you to incubate as long as needed for a spiritual rebirth. Gift yourself time to be with your darkness, your fears, your pain, and your seeds of beautiful potential until you come out the other side free, wise, and full of creativity. Yeah, so I think whatever, if you're encountering any like blockages or anything that like appears to be a blockage, it's like you're seeing through the game of it. You're seeing through the game the ego wants to play of like, oh no, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't know if this works for me, or oh, I've got the like whatever you've set your mind to, the ego starts to say no, 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 and you just see the ego playing games and realize it for what it is. I like that the lower world is here as well, 31. It's like you're mastering the lower world. You're mastering, dare I say, like partnership with, I want to say demons, but it's not demons. It's not the right word for it. The way I'm using the word demons is like they do in the Golden Compass. It's like a spirit of something. I'm listening to a book right now called Plant Teachers. It's by one of my favorite authors, Jeremy Narby, and he talks about the role of tobacco in Native American, both North and South American cultures, as a plant teacher that allows human beings to offer tobacco to the spirit world in order to gain the knowledge and wisdom of how to use plant medicine. There's a Cherokee story my mom told to us growing up. I'm Cherokee in my heritage. And the story is essentially about how Creator gifted all of the plants and animals of the world with their gifts, and how tobacco ended up being a gift to human beings as the sacrifice for their, like, it's a sacrifice to the spirits for us to have that exchange, or that stewardship over the land and animals. Human beings were the last ones standing in line, and those who were able to stay up the longest or fight the most fiercely, they got the better gifts, right? So human beings, despite not having claws or not having fur, have the ability to tune in with the knowledge of basically all things living through the intentional gifting of tobacco to the lower world. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is the place of our ancestors, where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. It is the realm of the collective unconscious. Here we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. What did I say? Even the demons that are making themselves known to you right now are being transformed into pure energy, a source of personal power. It's not a blight on your existence anymore. You've come into some form of alchemy and knowledge and wisdom and understanding of your personal power as a co-creator on this divine planet, to be able to move through whatever is standing in your way at this moment. And the fire of Sagittarius season feels like an abundant one for the Scorpio collective here on this channel anyways. It's a time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors. Their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. Beautiful. I would like to see how we can tune into these energies. The best thing I know, we got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck right away. The best thing I know regarding how to tune in with the ancestors and the knowledge there is to spend time in nature. I think this Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful omen, especially in healing of the mother wound and spending time in nature, just knowing that you're provided for, you're secure in whatever it is that you do. There's some Himalayan salt in my tarot cards because I do readings in a salt cave here in Auburn. If you are ever here, you can go to thesweetestlittlelife.com and book a reading with me in person, which is really nice. But here's some Himalayan salt to like clear the energy and ionize the air. That's very nice. This Queen of Pentacles, she knows her worth. She knows what abundance is. She feels secure. She feels connected with the divine. That's what the branches are in her crown. There's another Queen of Pentacles that has the horns of the Markhor on the traditional, or the Thoth tarot deck. I have it here. But the Markhor is a goat that is purported to be a snake-eating goat. It doesn't eat snakes, but it can kill them. It's a Pakistani mountain goat. And the connection of her crown with the divine, as well as the symbolic association with the Markhor, which kills snakes, is indicative of being able to see through the evils of the material realm into the blessings that are the opposite of those evils, which is really very cool, because snakes can sometimes indicate evil, they can sometimes indicate blessings, really depending on how you tune in with the 3D and how you implement your power in manifestation, and again in moving through blockages. So knowing that nothing in this material realm has power over you because you're connected with the divine is extremely powerful. Horus is also associated with writing, wisdom, and then it's interesting that the water's here because it mentioned the antediluvian myths, or the post-flood myths all around the world. There are post-flood myths, and associated with all of these flood myths are beings like Hermes or Thoth, that, and I think in South America it's Quetzalcoatl, that come to what remains of humanity and offers them the wisdom of how to connect with wisdom, with knowledge, through meditation, through alchemy, through the same processes that Jeremy Narby describes ayahuasqueros using to become conscious on the level of DNA and to transmit knowledge from plants into their own bodies, into their own understanding. So there's something here maybe about plant medicine, also purification. You may be very careful about what it is you're putting into your body. not in an obsessive or toxic way, but just understanding that everything that you eat or imbibe has a spirit, and the spirit of that thing has something to teach you. So you may be very intentional about your eating habits or what it is that you're consuming. That doesn't just have to be in terms of food. It can be in terms of knowledge or media. Water. Okay. Six of Wands. That's lovely. Victory. The Ten of Cups reverse. You are being seen. I think the Sweat Lodge reverse said that as well. This is your second chance. You're being seen. Why the Ten of Cups reverse? Knight of Pentacles reverse. Seven of Wands. You're needing to protect your energy from anybody who's trying to, like, I think other people see what you're capable of and maybe are unwittingly, like, interfering with you sort of focusing on yourself. You're really needing to focus on you right now and what's good for you. Um, hmm. There might be somebody in your energy. Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups reverse. There might be somebody in your energy right now who's like wanting to plant seeds with you. Like you could be somebody else's Ten of Cups and vice versa. But it's, even if that's the case, it's like you're also in the process of protecting your energy because you're still transmuting betrayals from the past into that light on the horizon, essentially. And it's like you're right there at the cusp of that transmission. I think there might be somebody in your energy. Knight of Pentacles reverse, Ten of Cups reverse. I'm just reading this as somebody else's energy, like people who are supporting you. Queen of Cups reverse. I don't know. There could be people supporting you. There could be people jealous of you too. Don't let them get to you. You're protecting your energy. Cool. What's the Sweat Lodge reverse, please? The mother wound here. Justice. This is divine justice. You've done the work of healing your ancestral karma, of closing out ancestral karma with the lower world here, in tune with the ancestors. Your security, your connection with nature and the divine, and your understanding of your self-worth is because you've done the work. You've done the karmic work to close out old cycles that have maybe been plaguing your ancestry for lifetimes. And there's definitely somebody in your energy who is like upset about this. Why are these people whatever. There's somebody in your energy who interesting, you are seeing the situation clearly, but there is somebody in your energy who is not. Who's this person? The Moon reverse, some delusional. Honestly, I don't really want to spend time on who this person is. The Lovers reverse, maybe somebody you left in the past. Maybe a lot of people you left in the past. It could be, there's some Cancer energy here. Somebody in Cancer season, like July. Let's see, what's the low. We're just gonna move on from that person or those people. Honestly, like, protect your energy. Don't let them get to you. It's ridiculous that people just don't have their own focus. They don't have their own path, or they're not on their own path, and like any of these insecurities that are being projected onto you are being projected onto you because of these people's pain, which you understand. You may even be holding space for whoever's in pain to like grow out of it, and they might just be sending you some negative energy because they, like, even unconsciously, like, because they just don't know how to be centered, how to close out their ancestral karma, or how to be in this like flow state where downloads come to them, where they can work with energy. I don't know. I feel like you've grounded some really esoteric energy on the 3D plane, and somebody is not stoked on that. It's none of your business. It's none of theirs either, but you don't have to worry about it. What's the lower world? The Eight of Pentacles. This is your work. Your work might be as a medium, as somebody who translates for the lower world. Yeah, Four of Swords reverse. Like, you may actually help to bring rest to spirits that are not at rest. Like you could be an exorcist or yeah, a medium just wants to come through. Page of Cups. This is a wholly new idea for you though. Like especially if this is something you're doing for work. Yeah. This is like I never thought in a million years when pigs fly that I'd be doing this, but you're doing this work. Ace of Cups reversed, Knight of Wands reversed. You may also feel though that the burden of being like an energy worker or a medium or somebody who's very intuitive and in this flow state is the responsibility of not being able to like let yourself loose. Like you can't like you can't forego your responsibilities. It's a responsibility to have the power that you do, to be able to see things the way you do, to be able to be as sensitive as you are. And the karmic consequences of you trying to ignore that are too strong for you to ignore. You can't. And I think you've learned your lesson with this, but other people trying to come into your energy, wanting to have you a certain way or be around you in a certain way, or even be themselves in a certain way in your space, it's like there's no room for that in your life anymore. And it's not because you don't want them around, it's because you literally like you're having to disengage from any past energies simply out of a sense of nostalgia and really be present in what is currently. The harms of the past have no place anymore in your life as it is unfolding. Yeah, Three of Swords reverse. You've healed from heartbreak, you've healed from betrayals, you've transmuted all that stuff, and you're highly protected. I'm hearing heavily protected. Seven of Wands. Anything else? Six of Pentacles. Things are evening out in the material realm. So if you've had any issues in terms of your stability, your finances, your work, this is being righted. You have a totally brand new beginning, like almost a new ego identity. This is also the new year, the Fool, going into Aquarius season, in the beginning, in the middle of January and the beginning of February. King of Cups reversed. King and Queen of Cups reversed. Interesting. That's an emotionally unstable person. Nine of Wands reversed. Somebody who's in their victim mentality versus the Hierophant, somebody who's connected to the divine. So it's like you've gone from you've gone from maybe being emotionally unstable or in a victim mentality to somebody who understands how supported you are by the divine. And the only way you were able to go through that process of being in that connection was to experience that emotional instability. It may also be other people who are emotionally unstable or in a victim mentality who can't see that they're divine beings. They're enough just the way they are, that we're all made in the image of source, creator, God, whatever you ascribe to. And I think that you living by example is enough to demonstrate to people what's possible. It's definitely going to activate some people's demons, their jealousies. And it's like you're sort of at a point where you understand that well enough, but you're not going to hide yourself. You're going to, I think, just be able to say exactly the right thing at the right time. People might even be in awe sometimes of what it is that you say when you say it because they don't expect it from you. This guy seems pretty foolish, right? Like he's just kind of sitting there laughing. And he reminds me a little bit of that movie. I think it's called Soul. Yeah, the Disney movie called Soul, the Pixar movie. And there's this like sign spinner on the corner in New York who just is kind of out of his mind, but he spends a lot of time in the astral realm like saving souls from being lost. It's like this is the kind of existence that you're in right now, and some people might see it as completely ridiculous or see what you're doing as completely ridiculous, but you're living by example and creating your own path and following it because it's unfolding in front of you. You're in the flow. 24:45 on the timer. I think this is it. I'd like to see maybe if we can pull one Universal Truths card for you. But I like this reading a lot for you, Scorpios. Goodwill. I like this. It seems appropriate for Christmas coming up too. Goodwill creates a wave of positive energy, invoking spiritual healing. It produces an aura of protection around those who offer it to another. Talking about something is not sufficient. Above all, we have to be examples of goodness. Yeah, you're being an example. Goodwill is the universal mother being instinctively manifested through us, restoring hope to the existing wailing world. Oh, you're like fully in this healed, like earthly mother spirit energy. That's so awesome. Excuse me. However, it also brings hope to ourselves because more often than not, we are happiest when helping. Blindly accepting divine direction, we emulate the universe's unconditional caring. This becomes the fundamental building of our character. As Confucius said, he who wishes to secure the good of others has already secured his own. Remember, goodwill is the eternal bright light that diminishes all forces of darkness. I love this. It's like even the lower spirits or the demonic forces of the world, you can see goodwill towards because you see what the lessons are that come from the encounters with these beings. And you know that these beings are there as much to teach as they are to hinder, depending on how we approach the moment. So you're approaching each moment with this just universal goodwill for all, including yourself. Thank you for being an example, Scorpios, and for the work you're doing. If this resonated, like, comment, share, subscribe. You can book a personal with me on my Etsy if you'd like, or go to my yoga channel if you like to do yoga. Thanks for being here. Bye.